cash. A petty cash fund is a small amount of cash kept on hand to pay for minor expenses. This fund is kept on hand by a company and will vary in size among different businesses. An analogy used is petty expenses do not equal pretty expenses. Expenses such as equipment and land purchases are not included in the petty cash fund due to their large significance to the business and its operations. Expenses such as office supplies and postage stamps, however, are included in the petty cash fund due to their insignificance. The petty cash fund has three main operations, the first being establishment, the second being payments from the fund, and the third being replenishment of the fund. To establish the fund, a business will debit the petty cash account and credit the cash account, therefore recognizing that the business has a dedicated amount of funds for the small purchases and expenditures related to running a business. The actual amount of cash included in the petty cash fund will vary between businesses. After establishment, the petty cash fund is used to make appropriate expenses associated with the operation of the business. These expenses should have their associated receipts. Since these payments are made with petty cash, there is no journal entry required. In order to replenish the fund, you need to debit the expense accounts related to the expenditure and debit the cash account. By doing this, you recognize that the petty cash fund expenditures have resulted in reduced assets and equity. Anytime a business needs to replenish the fund, this action is repeated. In an instance where the amount of cash needed for replenishment does not equal the total amount of receipts, the discrepancy will be charged to an account known as cash over and short. As sometimes the custodian will be given an incorrect amount of change or will not have the applicable receipts, the cash over and short account may either have a debit or credit balance. Nowadays, many businesses have eliminated the petty cash fund from their operations, instead requiring the employees to spend their own money then apply for reimbursement. In some other instances, employees are issued with a business expenses related credit card. This type of credit card requires employees to justify and receive authorization for any purchases they have made. This allows employees to be held easily accountable for inappropriate expenses.